Hey, what's going on? It's Mr. D, and we got Lights here at Algonquin College, about to hop on the Jump app and interact with the listeners and whatnot. Welcome back to Ottawa.
It's good to be back.
And how's the tour?
Well, we've only done a few days sort of just to kick it off already, but then had some time to do some full production rehearsals with all these new things we have going on stage. So tonight's actually the first night we're trying this stuff.
So this is like the guinea pig out of everything.
This is a bit of the guinea pig and a bit of the official first day of the Little Machines tour.
That's awesome. Little Machines, new album, it's in stores right now. Up We Go has become massive. This week alone, I think you were the third highest spinning song in Canada, so congratulations.
That's crazy.
Well,
you know what's the weirdest part? I haven't heard it on the radio yet.
Are you kidding me?
I'm trying.
What do you mean?
I know. I keep missing it or something, but I'm like, no, the station's trying to hear it. And then I feel guilty and turn off the radio.
All right, I'll send you an MP3. We'll introduce the song for you. Up We Go is a phenomenal song, like really well done. I can't believe this is your first single in, God.
Years. I think it's been, 3 years since the last album came out. So yeah, it's been a long time, you know? It's good to be back out here, I'm telling you.
My God. So what have you been doing? I mean, okay, you've been obviously in studio working on Little Machines, but what else have you been doing? Because I'm sure during that whole time it hasn't been all the album.
No, I mean, during that time was a lot of touring. That was the thing. Siberia took us all over the place. You know, we were all over. And then I ended up, not writing for the time that we were touring, which became a problem because it all went stagnant. I had a bit of writer's block for a while. So, and it came down to kind of like, do we force something out? Because I had all these songs, but nothing that I was really stoked on. And then, that, or do we wait till we get the right songs? And it's like, okay, you know what? Screw having to put a record out every year and a half. Let's just get the record that needs to be there and take the time it needs. So we did that, and in that time, just really focused on what the next step was going to be. And then in that time, had a little girl. And
Congrats!
Thank you.
How old is she now?
She's 8 months.
Aww.
She was born while I was recording the album. And
not in the studio.
Seriously, in labor in the studio a little bit, doing vocals. And then back in the studio 3 days later. It was a good experience.
You're a pro! Well done.
I was just enjoying it so much, honestly. Making the record was so fun. And it was such a breath of fresh air after so long of just really searching for the right songs and everything. And then when we realized we had all the songs, it was like, let's just do this. And it was so fun. I had so much fun.
The video, where did the elevator concept come from?
Well, the original concept I had for the video was just us. I wanted something that was one take that with like a lot of kind of chaos happening around it. And then I sent that idea out, and Alon, the director, brought that idea back, and it was like, this is your idea, but way more crazy. And obviously, the Up We Go concept ties into the elevator. I guess you're going up the entire time. But it's just as the elevator gets higher, it's like these wackier scenarios. And it's like, oh my goodness. It was a 14-hour day trying to get one take. It's all one take, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how many times did you go through that in 14 hours?
In 14 hours, we only got through it 4 times. And that was the one that you see is the last take of the day. And it was kind of like everyone was exhausted. It was 11 p.m.
Is that the reason why everybody applauds at the end? Because we got it done, it's over?
He goes, and that's a wrap. And it was like, whoa, we got it. Everyone's like, yeah, I didn't see that coming.
I'm glad he kept it in the video because it actually shows a real element to the end of it.
Totally. That was another one of his ideas, and it was like, that's how people know it's a one take. And that's how people know that was a feat. Halfway through the day, I was just kind of like, this is not going to happen. But it did.
Okay, so what a lot of people might not know is Lights is no longer the stage name. You're now official.
Well,
you changed it.
I changed it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I officially changed my name like 8 years ago.
But a lot of people, but it's just a mentality, and
yeah, I think that a lot of people always want a name that's a normal name, not a plural noun. So they're like, oh, stage moniker this, but this is her real name, and that's fine. I mean, I just tacked it onto the front of my name. I have 5 names now: Lights, Valerie, and Popsicle.
Say that 3 times fast.
I know, and it doesn't bother me. I think it's cool, but my last name's just too challenging to make it a stage name, so.
So since you had the baby 8 months ago, now you're in mom world. What's mom world like compared to pre-mom world?
Well, that's the thing, man. Just mom world, like that.
Stigma?
The term and the stigma that goes with it was what freaked me out about going into it. It was like, do I have to change who I am? Do I have to suddenly be mom, and that kind of thing? And it was, because there is kind of this like mom stigma. My
life's over, I have the baby, and I gotta do blah, 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 blah.
Exactly, but it hasn't been that case. I mean, we're out here touring. She's a tour baby. Like, we're doing everything the way that we did it before. It's just, there's like another little happy person on board, and it's just amazing.
What's baby's name, if you don't mind me asking?
Her name's Rocket.
That's awesome.
I think so.
That's amazing. You're about to hop on the app. You're about to interact with some people, man. And it's great to have you back in Ottawa. Have fun on the tour. It's great seeing you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Let's talk.